I'm Leonard Green. Welcome to Capital Jazz TV. Joining me, Brother Stokley Williams from, of course, Mint Condition. Now, this is the 12th annual, as you know, Capital Jazz SuperCruise. But this is your first
Yeah,
by
solo.
yourself.
Yes, it is. Correct.
So how's that experience?
It's been amazing. This is one of the best ones, just because it's a festival on water.
Yeah, it
With a
is. It
lot
really
of
is.
themes and everything. So it makes it a lot of fun, and it's just been it's my favorite artists, man, on one ship. Just we all locked in together. It's been amazing.
Here's the interesting thing about your favorite artists. You have Teddy Riley on here. And if
Come on.
my recollection serves me correctly, Mint Condition kind of started doing New Jack swing.
A little bit, that was the moment.
Right.
That was the sound of the moment, and we morphed into what we naturally are. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
But we're a very eclectic group, so we kind of touch a little bit of everything.
That's true.
And
But then on the other side,
Mhm.
something that you have been doing for, I guess ever since you were two, you have the Queen of Percussions, Miss Sheila E.
yeah.
Kind of just chilling out and hanging with you. And
Man,
how's that?
that was probably one of my favorite. Of course, I'm biased because she plays drums and other stuff, and the whole Minneapolis connection and all that. It's
Yeah.
just amazing. I mean, it's sometimes I got to pinch myself that I even know her. It's just I just got nothing but a huge amount of love for her band, her whole crew, everybody. Just amazing every time.
So you love the performance, obviously, by Sheila E.
Absolutely.
Teddy Riley is going to speak
About
for
that,
itself.
all the time.
What are your other favorite highlighted moments?
Oh man, it was Macy was great. Gerald Albright was great. Liv Warfield, Cy Smith, some of my favorites. Who was Babyface, of course, was amazing. My goodness, man. Secret Society out of DC,
Oh, DC.
My friends of mine, and it's just amazing, man. It's just
You know what I love? I love the fact that I see the performances and I see a cat like you just in the cut, just in the cut, just observing.
Yeah.
And I know you don't get a chance to do that when you have regular shows,
No.
especially when you're on a show with someone. You kind of come into a venue, do your sound check, you kind of leave, come back, do your show, and then you may be out.
Yeah.
You often don't stick around. But this gives you an opportunity. Capital Jazz SuperCruise gives you an opportunity to just become the fan.
And that's for all of us artists. It's food for us. We need that. So we feed off of that. I mean, that's the energy that we had. The old schoolers had back in the day. It's like you go see each other, see what they're doing, and incorporate certain things. That's what we do. I
Right.
mean, man and woman are imitative animals. That's what we do.
We do. We do.
You know what I mean? So we take pinches and we make it our own. And we're individuals, but it filters through us and it comes out how it comes out.
It must be a
So,
special treat for you, when you were back, when you were first starting out, and we would all look at all these renowned entertainers on TV or read about them in magazines, and now you have personal relationships that you've built over the years with so many of them. What is, pick somebody who's on this particular cruise, who you have built a relationship with, and now you get a chance to kind of just see them in a different light because now you're a part of it. It's one thing to be hopeful, it's another thing to live the experience, and you are living the experience of what you hope for. You're fulfilling your dreams.
It's funny because I look at a lot of people on this cruise. I've either worked with some capacity, studio, stage, little projects here and there. It's sat in on the stage somewhere. It's just all together, man. Just an incredible experience. Just to see everybody really do their thing and really, I can focus in on it.
Yeah.
And it's like that. It's that way for all of us. I think a lot of times we don't get to see each other's show, like me and Ted. We've been on, each other's. We've been on the same bill, but
Correct.
two ships passing the night kind of thing.
Yeah.
And to get a chance to sit down and really look at the show and really appreciate what we all love, about him and his whole crew,
Yeah.
Black Street and Guy, all these. It's an amazing experience. So, yeah.
2 years ago, you released your very first CD album. We're in 2019 now, baby. So what goes on with Stokley for 2019?
I got something new coming like April, May. So it's going to be another amazing
Really?
journey. Yes, and
A solo journey?
Yes, absolutely. So
Taking it to the next level?
the next level, man. Yeah. So I've been having a lot of fun, and the fans have been still discovering,
Really?
the new vibe, and it just takes a minute for that to happen. To shift
Yeah.
gears a little bit. Yeah.
I've watched you perform many times.
Yeah.
And your execution on stage is phenomenal. So
Thank you,
kudos to you. Where do you think that has come from? Like, who did you observe? Or I know you morphed into your own person as an individual, but who did you admire? I remember hearing Michael Jackson saying once, he looked at Jackie Wilson, and I could see
Yeah.
those little remnants of Jackie Wilson.
Yeah.
I don't see any Michael in you, but I do definitely see a lot of people in you. But who were some of your greatest?
And Michael's absolutely wonderful.
Really?
And Jackie. And Jackie
Really?
was absolutely. But also, Sammy Davis Jr. is one guy who I really, really admire. He's one of those guys where, back in that day, they had to do everything, And we stand on top of all these guys' shoulders, and men and women, Ella Fitzgerald, all these different people, Sarah Vaughan, all these singers whom I love, but also entertainers, people who had to keep your interest, not just, it's not just a sonic thing, but it's visual,
Visual.
and it's all together for me. I grew up in playing in African dance troops, and, so drumming, music, and dancing is one thing to me. It's not, oh, you're a dancer, I think you dance. I just like movement. I like the overall experience, you know what I mean? So I give that. I always say what God gave me, I'm giving to y'all,
Oh, God has blessed you. You're definitely using the talent. I don't think you're leaving anything unturned, not unless I'm missing out on something. The only thing that you may not have done is a contemporary jazz situation.
That's coming, baby.
Really?
That's coming, man.
Oh, man, I can't wait for that.
That's
Obviously, you're
contemporary,
gonna
or maybe more in the traditional event, some kind of mixture, some kind of hybrid. I love that. That's my background as well. So
that would be amazing. I know you play a lot of instruments. I know drums, but what percussions?
For percussion, I grew up playing congas, djembe, steel pan,
Steel pan?
Yeah, for sure. I had
Caribbean steel pan.
Yeah, from Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah.
You have a Caribbean background.
Well, no, I mean I had, but I call my second father. He was my instructor. I call him my second father. He's from just a great mentor of mine, and he's the one who really helped put what little theory I do know.
Okay.
Put that stamp on me, and that's why you hear like in Mint Condition albums, my albums, there's a lot of steel pan. It's not a keyboard.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir.
That is deep.
Yeah.
And when you came with Mint Condition to, I guess, the very first Capital Jazz experience, you guys went to Cuba.
Oh man, yes.
When it comes to music in Cuba, I heard it's
so amazing. I mean, every Cuban musician I've ever met is just stellar. It's just amazing. And it's like, talk about multi-instrumentalists. Whatever instrument they play, they all have a foundation of rhythm. So there's that African connection of rhythm and syncopation.
Yes.
And because everybody, they understand that's the heartbeat. Everybody's got that. Everybody's got like a little rhythm in them. You know what I mean? Even if they say they ain't got no rhythm, it's in them.
Yeah, you don't see it.
They may not have found it yet, but you know what I mean? It's there. But Cuba was absolutely great experience for just the people, the spirit of it. It was just really great to see for myself.
Right.
Not what you hear on the news and what you read. It was just really great to experience that and have them. They wanted us to know exactly who they were. You know what I mean?
I love it, man. I love it. We loved you at the 12th annual Capital Jazz SuperCruise, and we're going to continue to love you and support you, man. I'm a big fan of yours as well as beside a friend. And thank you for just contributing what you have contributed to the table already.
I thank you, man, for being who you are and doing what you do, and exposing all of us artists to, each other, to the world. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
You never can learn enough.
Yeah, man.
Every time we sit down and have a chance to talk, we learn something new about you. And I know you learn something about somebody else as well.
Absolutely.
So we pray that the process continues.
It continues, man. I love. I'm forever a student. You know what I mean? So.
Stokley, Williams, look out for him. More music coming, and of course, more of insight that you need right here on Capital Jazz TV.